Hey, hi, thanks for joining me. It's nice to spend time with you actually, so I'm glad you decided to click on and sit back and listen to your September reading. So September is a busy month. It's the equinox on the 21st and we have 6 planets going retrograde, including Jupiter, Saturn, Uranus, Neptune and Pluto. That's like, wow. And then October's going to really create massive cosmic changes and shifts that come in. So September is winding us up backwards, and then it's going to let go like a spring and push us into October, which of course is nearing the end of the year. So we're going to feel a whole lot of change coming in and tension, I think, building to propel us into the beginning of 22. So a busy month, September. It's also the equinox that can create turbulence itself as well. So I did some intuitive work for you before I started your reading, or before we're at this point. And you got the word remembrance. And then I wrote down, what does that mean for you? And I said, is it remembrance of who you are or what you may have wanted to be? Is it remembrance of the past, of people, of love, of family, of places, ideas or concepts? So any of those could be coming up in this bundle of remembrance, and it will be unique for you. You'll know what role this has got to play once you connect with it. So I think that's something for you to meditate on in this month, is this word remembrance. So let's see what comes up when we tap into these cards and see if anything is going to be activated in that way. There's a whole bunch have come out. I suppose we will go with them. The 7 of Wands, the 6 of Wands, the Hermit, the Queen of Pentacles, the King of Rods, and the 8 of Swords reversed. One major arcana, and he sits right in the middle. And he has this 8 of Swords under him. So 3 wands and this Queen of Pentacles and a sword. The wands are very indicative of creativity and passion and concept and desire, and also our career sector. That's if you're working, obviously. If you're not working, it's your passions or your hobbies. This one talks about standing your ground and not giving up. If you're at a point where you may have felt like you were giving up, or that you've been fighting with something, whether it was in a career sector, whether it was about competition in particular, competition with others, or competition of ideas, or putting forward concepts that have been either not working or not accepted, or you don't think that they're right, or you're not fully finished with them, or they haven't come to an end point, then this card's saying don't give up, keep going, keep pushing, because this one right next to it, even though it's a number less down, it's number 6, this is the victory card. So this shows you that there's victory in the air if you keep pushing an idea or a particular way that you've been going or doing something. So something you're working on, it could be a project, and it might be something very creative, especially if it's you guys, Pisces, because you are such a creative astrological sign. And when the word, that word we used, remembrance, is there something you've forgotten, or is there something you could go back in time to pick up on, to add to create this victory? Especially if it's in your career, or an idea, or a concept, or a design, or something you're wanting to create. Now that could be anything, remember. But there's certainly victory in the air, and it suggests that other people play a role as well. So pull upon other people's concepts, ideas, energy fields, and help and support to get to this victory. So we come to this kind of middle construct here, and it's this Hermit. He's very different to all the other cards. He's completely gone within. These are much more out there. These are the fire energy cards, especially these 3. And this one also is an air energy card. So this is the mind thinking, but of course this is also the mind and thinking. So you've got this outward connection, outward action, presence with others, involvement in projects, designs, concepts, flair, passion, and then all of a sudden, boom, in the middle, you've got this cut off, this like a hidden you, an inner you, something that you're either contemplating or thinking, or you go within. Maybe you do this to get to these ideas. Maybe you go within to allow a greater source field of energy to come in and finish off the idea or propagate it or push it forward. Maybe you've felt that there's been so much time or effort put into something and you haven't gained what you wanted, that you're going into the hermit phase of, oh, look, I can't be bothered, I just give it away. But you don't give it away when you're in the hermit phase. You actually learn a huge amount, and from that you grow and you propagate more energy, more ideas, more success. So the hermit may be reiterating this concept of success. And given that this Eight of Swords is underneath the hermit, reversed, when this is upright, this is a card of feeling very stuck through your own self-isolation, which is what the hermit is, but not being able to see the way out because you're frustrated or you just can't visualize the concepts anymore, which is what this is feeling over here. But it was reversed, and when it's reversed, you're literally dropping this all out. So these swords fall away, and this would fall off, which means through the mind, perhaps, she can then find the answer. So it might be telling you to go back over something. That's what the remembrance might be. Go back into the hermit stage, go back into thought contemplation, go back into something to find your answer and drop off any anxieties, worries or fears that you can't do it or you can't get there, because it feels as though the shift is coming. If you do this right, you'll move this away and you'll open up to the success. With the Queen of Pentacles over here, she quite often is an earth sign energy person. She is very good around finances or mentoring finances. She could be a loans person. She might be someone who instigates movement in and around this concept of your career or finances to do with career. She is a great person to go to for sound, solid, logical, practical, grounded advice. So she's not sort of up in the air. She's not massively creative in terms of pulling things out and just being able to punch them out. She's more a tax person or a bank manager or a politician or something to do with government laws and legislations. It could be that this plays a role in your whole paradigm of what's going on over here as well. But she sits positively, and I think she's very supportive, and she has answers. So if she's not a particular person, the strictures that she works with may provide you answers, such as laws, legalities, legal perfunctory manners, systems in place, big corporations, governments. The King of Rods reversed as well. So he is your passion, your ideas, and he is also upside down. So you seem to maybe go ride the waves in September, which is exactly what we're doing in terms of these planetary retrogrades. They're pulling us backwards often, and then they'll propel us as October comes along. So I think you guys might feel a lot of this pulling backwards, like, I'm going backwards, why? Because you've got to remember something, you've got to go back to go forward, and that seems to be a really good message for you guys here for this September reading. Go back, redo something, revisit something, relook at something, open up new avenues to get the success, and incorporate other people definitely, and she's one of them. She's definitely one of them. Okay, so let's have a look at your last cards that are coming in from the Keepers of the Light. I love working with this deck. They're very supportive and nurturing, and you can call upon these any time in the month. Isis, magic manifesting. Your dreams, visions, and goals are becoming reality. Stay focused. How amazing is that? We talked about this with both of these in particular. And it's your dreams and your visions and your passions and what you're inspired about. Stay focused. Don't give up. Yeah, so Isis, they're very powerful energy. One more for you guys. For Pisces for September. Oops. Well, perhaps we'll take one from here. Or we'll take two, and it will be these two. Mahavatar Babaji, soul expansion, which is what the Hermit does. Your consciousness is expanding. You understand the connections between all things. That's exactly the Hermit. And you got Odin as well. There's some deep stuff going on when you get Isis and Odin. Psychic insight. Your third eye is open. See truth for what it is. Follow your intuition. So we haven't talked a lot about that during the reading, but these three are coming out to give you this subtle expansion, but also some powerful strength. I also feel with Odin and Isis, this going back in time. Maybe that's what the remembrance is. This could be past lifetime stuff with these two in particular, going a long way back, and it might be clearing clutter, and it might be clearing darkness that might have pervaded in past lifetimes. Mahavatar Babaji is definitely connecting very tightly with the Hermit and the soul expansion, which is what he does. So those two play in very nicely, but the soul expansion only really happens when we work through the past and we deal with remembrance at many different soul levels, including this lifetime, but previous lifetimes as well. So there's an incredible strength here. These two on the outer edge seem to be gifting the soul expansion here and allowing a clearing or an opening through the passage of remembrance and magic manifesting and psychic insight. So a pretty interesting finish to your reading there. I trust you've all really enjoyed this. You can call upon these three powerful providers of insight anytime during the month for any particular way that you want to interpret or uplift their energy and protection field. So thanks for joining. Remember to check your moon and rising signs. I love it when you leave your comments, and I wish you all a fabulous September ahead. Perseverance and don't give up. Namaste.